So let's go over to the magistrates.
Putting the pressure on me. I see how it is. All right.
Yep. Busted.
Alrighty. So outside the magistrates, as you head towards your debonair fellow, says, "Now, I've already struck a deal with this fellow, and already fleeced him for 40 gold crowns, so I don't think we should take much less than 20 per head. However, of course, maybe he would want some kind of bulk discount. What do you think we're willing to do this for? My fear is that our price of 20 per head may be too steep for such a small, wealthy hamlet."
I'm gonna kind of look at Vest. What kind of look are you giving me?
I'm giving. See, I don't know if I can embody this in a look, but I'm basically saying with my look, well, you shouldn't have charged so much for so little to begin with. Look, so it's gonna look something like this.
Okay.
That's what I'm trying to convey.
Well,
that doesn't help me.
Shagget does not convey
I'm sorry,
things.
I had to.
How do you convey an
fucking
entire
convey
conversation in one single look? That's what I want to know.
Basically, I'm looking at Veslar, looking for approval to say, kind of like, do whatever you want to this guy, because, like, whatever. So that's what I'm looking, like, I'm kind of giving him, like, do we care how much? Look, like, whatever. And what are you doing? You're doing this?
I don't even remember.
He's lost it.
I'm doing Jane's frozen face. That's what I'm doing.
Okay.
Let's
So-
I
reference
hate,
the
I hate
face.
you forever.
I'm gonna say, do we know the Shadow's real name? I don't think we do we?
You haven't asked him.
No, okay. So I'm just gonna say, well, you're the expert here, so whatever you feel is appropriate, sir.
Well, if you wish me to handle the negotiation, I would more than happily do so.
And I'll say, I do. And then wherever he goes, I'm gonna stay right close to him so I can hear everything he's saying.
Alrighty, when he strolls up to the door, "Come out, my good man, it is I've returned!" The door opens and the magistrate looks out, rather startled that there is now a small group of people at his door.
Can we do that weird wave? Hi.
No, I'm gonna curse you very lightly.
Well, seeing as you clearly have no militia, I have found one to operate on your behalf. Myself and my newfound friends will rid you of these orcs, of course, for a fair price. You see the magistrate kind of roll his eyes. And what would a fair price be considered? Well, we'd already agreed upon 20 gold crowns per head. But how many orcs are there exactly? Well, I myself saw approximately a dozen of the foul creatures. So if you kill them all and bring all their heads back, that's what? 200 more gold crowns, is it? He kind of glances at you guys for approval.
240, I think. Well, my math is. Hold on.
Well, I don't think so. If there's 10 more...
You said it doesn't.
I believe it's something
Well, but he's
like
already killed... We've
400.
already paid him for 2, bear in mind. So that would leave 10, wouldn't it?
I'm just gonna look at the Shadow.
He says, well, yes, of course, bear in mind that may have only been a small number of them. There may have been more. Alright, I will pay you 20 gold crowns per head. But only for each head that you bring to me. That way I'll be sure that you've taken care of the orcs and that you have in fact killed them. And not just, I don't know, found a bunch of dead orcs somewhere and are trying to rip us off for our hard-earned money. Yes, no worries, good sir. We shall return post-haste with as many heads as we can find. Goodbye! And he says, well, if you wish, I can take you back to where I found those other 2 scallywags, and maybe we can track them from there.
Good place to start. Yes.
Are you actually here with us, but voice only right now, Jane?
Is my voice okay? Like, is it robotic?
It's a little bit robotic, but we can kind of sort of hear you.
I would like to try to read closer.
Yeah, go ahead. That's all right. Alrighty, so you head off down the main road, heading in a southwardly direction. And we will move you to the appropriate overland map. Do. Alright, and head southwards you do. Okay, you get about this far, which is probably about just over half a mile away from the town. And he points to this area over here where the trees slightly crop out. It was there that I spied them. I noticed the leaves rustling in the bushes, so I crouched down just behind this crop of trees directly to our left and watched them. When I knew it was safe, I dashed across the clearing and tailed the creatures. It was only when a couple of them ended up being, well, a little slower than the rest, I ambushed them.
I see.
Are any of you able trackers? I, for one, am.
Well, a little bit, right? Not like super. That's a survival skill, right? But you have to have tracking.
You have to have the tracking feat, indeed, and then survival skill, yes.
I do not have tracking.
And Jane's back and looking fine again, so there we go.
I just see a bunch of trees, Mr. Shadow. Shits.
Well, lucky for you, I can track these varmints, I hope. Come along! Let's see if we can hunt us some orcs. As he enters slowly into the trees and begins to kind of rustle around and look at the branches, look at the ground. With the time that's passed, it's probably not likely to find any ground tracks, but look here, broken twigs. I think Bane just rolled a natural 20 on that friggin' fly or gnat or whatever it was. They just got the smackdown laid on it.
Sorry.
I'm just really glad I'm not the only one who got attacked by a bug on this stream. Just saying. All right.
You know, and it's the bugs that you think that I send out to attack you guys that are the problem. It's the ones in real life.
I love you guys. I love you all. This is great. I'm so happy right now.
I'll try and mute next time before I kill the bugs.
It's been bad strong. Okay.
Never
Breathe,
mind.
check it. Breathe.
Deep breaths in through your nose, out through your mouth.
Alright, we're good. Let's do this.
Alrighty. Okay, he says, look. As you can see, there are some broken limbs here. Small twigs. Clearly, some less than careful folk stomped their way through here. As he continues to kind of wander through the woodland, stopping periodically, looking at the branches, checking plants. It's fairly slow going, but after about 4 to 5 hours of aimlessly wandering through the forest, eventually you start to begin to go up the side of a hill. It's still layered with trees. You're still in the deep parts of the forest itself. Most of the trees here are pine trees or evergreens. It is fairly dark, although it is daytime, with the canopy above. It does shield you a good bit, but I mean, you guys can see just fine. It's just kind of got that dull, foresty, dusk-like feel about it right now.
Does any of us have any inkling about where we are in relation to where we left? Like, since we're wandering aimlessly.
Well, I mean, it's not aimlessly. You're going in a. I mean, you're kind of going in a, like a northwesterly direction.
All right, cool.
So, yeah, I mean, you have an approximate idea. I mean, if you could turn around and head in the opposite direction if that's what you want to know.
Okay. No,
Yeah.
that's what I wanted. We're good.
There we go. Alrighty. Okay, well, you continue wandering through the forests. Finally, ahead of you, you see a rough, rocky cliff face. It looks as though centuries of erosion has caused the hillside here in the forest to slowly give way to create a kind of natural wall. Scattered along its base, you can see old barrels, crates, and refuse, and a few rusty iron cages. Also scattered around the area are humanoid bodies.
No.
Ew.
Okay, let me move you guys into place.
Ooh, I see a shield.
As you kind of poke your way out of the trees, I'm going to put all of you kind of here,
Uh-oh.
and then you have control of yourselves. Alrighty, that's the site that's ahead of you. You can see kind of above the top of the cliff face, where some of the trees are poking out and kind of leaning precariously over. And it looks like over time, probably more trees have actually fell and collapsed down this side. What do you wish to do?
Is this like a green body over here?
It's kind of got a greenish look to it.
Okay. Interesting. Is there any, like, fires or signs of recent fires from where we're standing that we can see?
Not particularly recently. There's a little bit of smoke coming from some kind of, it looks like peat or dung, laying on like a little wooden rack. You're not sure if it's steam or if it is actual smoke. But of course, from right now, you guys are just peering out of the trees, looking at this, like, decimated area.
Okay, so this body right here, from where I am, can I, like, take a look and see kind of when I think it died? Or do we have to move in to check?
To do a heal check, you definitely have to get closer. You can just take a, scour at it if you wish.
I think it lost its head. I think that's kind
Well,
of...
I just want to know.
definitely looks
No. I don't want to
decapitated.
check and see if it's alive. I want to see how fresh it is.
Yeah, then you'd probably want to get
I
closer
know
and
it.
do a heal
I
check.
Right.
get that it's dead. I can see that.
It doesn't look particularly alive, does it?
Piper's seen a few dead bodies in her
Yeah,
time.
she knows the difference between a guy that's laying with his head chopped off and a guy that's walking around. So,
What's the shadow doing immediately? Like, what's his reaction?
well, right now he's just kind of crouched down, perched, looking at the surveying the area.
What about this blood trail right in front of us? Can we see? Is it dry? Is it wet?
You'd have to get a little closer.
Okay. I'm just looking. I'm gonna look at the shadow. Well, what do you think?
Well, I suppose, they look orcish to me. Maybe we should get a little closer and see what happened. After all, if something's already killed them, all we have to do is decapitate them and take the heads back.
Fair enough. After you, expert.
Okay, he kind of nudges forward. He stops here at the blood trail, dips down and dips his fingers in it. Reasonably fresh. It's a little tacky. I would estimate probably this happened a day or so ago. In fact, it couldn't have happened much behind when I killed those others. Perhaps they came back here and were immediately set upon. Very curious.
Very curious.
Okay, he ekes a bit more forward. Okay, at this point he kind of stops and you see him kind of look at this body and look at this body. I don't like the look of this. And he kind of beckons you into the clearing.
Alright.
I give Piper is this a really smart idea? Necromancy kind of look, you know?
Okay, well, I was gonna go, but upon seeing that, I kind of, like, pause.
I mean... I guess let's just go to this body over here and see what's what. I mean, if anything, we can run away or kill them again.
Ari, you stay here.
She doesn't
Why?
argue.
Why?
She is still there. She's a swirly right now.
Just
Alright.
stay
There
safe.
she is. She's back.
I can
Alright.
Until I know it's safe.
Well, closer inspection reveals that most of the dead bodies...
That's a heal check.
Okay. It's dead.
It had the heads off?
It's headless.
Yeah,
Decapitated.
I believe it was decapitated.
Fine.
Yeah, most are dead orcs in various different stages of mutilation, but a few are decomposed human corpses. It looks like something unnatural found its way into this orc camp.
Now, would I recognize that, or would Vessler have to tell me?
I mean, you've seen. I mean, you could look and know that these corpses are not fresh for sure.
Piper.
Yes.
What? Did you hear that?
No. What?
Did I hear that?
If you heard it, you did.
I heard something. Shadow Man. Something's droning. Yep.
Okay,
Back up.
Kind of looking in amongst some of the dead bodies, you can see what appears to be a upper torso still crawling across the floor towards you, dragging its entrails behind it. It's just basically it's just arms, a head, and a chest cavity.
Sir, can I heal you, sir?
Ari!
Shadow. Arya, get back.
Okay, he stops and sees this. We had an agreement. This is nothing that I want anything to do with. And he kind of steps over here away from it, pulling out his sword and holding it almost in a threatening manner, like to keep an invisible barrier between him and the groaning, half-mutilated corpse.
Okay, time for another decapitation, guys. What are these rocks that I can step on?
Yeah. They're small boulders. I mean, they're accurate to size. So.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sidestepping as he's coming forward.
All right. I mean, it's dragging itself along, so it's moving pretty darn slow.
Yeah, I'm going kind of around. I'm circumnavigating it.
Oh, here we go.
Alrighty.
When it gets to me, I'm gonna raise my sword up and bring it down on his head.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm coming for a side attack. So.
Alrighty. Go right ahead and swing at it, Mr. Veslar.
Oh, with my new rolls. So excited.
You're at +4 to hit it as well, because technically it's prone. Even though it is moving, it doesn't move at enough pace to consider to be able to dodge or avoid a blow.
Well, guy, I'm glad I had that +4 to hit.
Well, you hit it. Let's roll your damage.
Jesus, that was embarrassing. Yeah.
Come on, crit on the hit. Yeah.
Oh,
Should I-
12.
Should I roll my special? Because I did have Arcania, but it's an undead.
It's not a spellcaster.
Maybe it wasn't alive. Okay.
It doesn't quite work that way. Alright, yeah, as soon as it gets to you, you basically raise your bastard sword, swing it down with a violent, strong stroke, and lop its head clean off, and it just slumps to the floor.
Nice.
I will loot the body.
Okay, you find intestines, entrails, a few maggots.
Perfect.
Okay, so upon that noting that thing's dead, I just want to kind of scan the rest of the bodies.
Squid Hug, thank you for the follow.
Excellent name.
Alrighty.
I like it.
As you peruse them, it seems that at least 6 or 7 of them are dead orcs, and there are 3 or 4 of these dead, rotting, festering corpses.
So, Vessler, I think we should just grab the orc heads and get out of here.
There's undead afoot. We need to deal with this problem.
Right.
Okay.
The shadow hurls the bag to you. Just throws it at you. Here, stuff them in this.
Well, aren't you gonna help?
No, I'm quite good watching to make sure that nothing comes up from behind us. Yes, that's it.
Here's the deal. We are going to hunt whatever is causing these things to come back to life. If you don't join us, you don't get any of these orc heads as a reward.
Make a negotiation check or diplomacy check. Difficulty will be 22 because he is deathly afraid of the dead. He has necrophobia, so he is terrified of all things undead.
So you're saying I have to roll a natural 20?
Am I? Is that what your diplomacy is? Yep. It's
Essentially what you're telling
to
me
convince,
about.
to convince this guy.
Oh!
He kind of looks at you and says, as much as I need the reward, if a handful of these dead creatures took out this entire band of orcs, I don't think I want to find them.
So
I'm just gonna pipe up and say, "Oh, go ahead."
No, go ahead.
Well, and then I'm gonna pick up the bag and say, "Well, it looks like we don't need you anymore. Off you go."
Well, fine. But, I'm sure that this blood trail down here wasn't from anything dead. It's way too fresh and vibrant. So I think I will follow this trail and see where it leads.
Well, watch for those undead.
Wait. I'll
You-
go
you-
out to dinner with you if you stay.
You do realize that that's probably where we need to go. It's following the blood trail. So if you leave without us, you're probably dead anyway.
Trust me, I'm not called the Shadow for nothing. I will
So-
disappear and blend into the woodland. If I see any undead, well, I shall leave. But if I find the handful of orcs that are left, well, I'll dispatch those and claim my reward that way.
So far, all I've seen from you is...
Thank you for subscribing.
Oh, hey.
You
New
sub!
subscriber, please spam those
Rollies for
rollies.
you.
And welcome, K-Thought,
Welcome.
to the Rerollers.
I'm just gonna say
Yay,
that
60!
I'm just gonna say to the Shadow, the only thing I've seen from you so far is a blowhard coward. I'm just gonna look him
Best
dead
one.
in the back.
He says, coward. Yes, well, each are entitled to their own opinion. If you would have been trapped almost for a week underground with nothing but ghosts and ghouls and zombies and other creatures of the dead hunting you, well, I dare say that you would not be so eager to try to reacquaint yourselves with them. Anything living I will fight. Anything dead, well, I will leave that to others.
You do realize that I actively seek out and hunt those things you claim to be afraid of. This is my job.
Can I
Well-
collect heads while they're talking?
Can you up?
Collect heads while they're talking?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna be doing
There's
that.
1, 2,
Hack 'em up.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7 orc heads.
Thunk.
Lop 'em off. Alrighty. He says, well, it is a job that I do not envy you, sir, and it is one that I myself do not want.
Look, you and we're all going in the same direction, following that blood trail. So you might as well help us.
Well, I really don't see the point if I'm not going to get any of the reward from here.
I said if you help us, you would share in the reward.
I will help you with any orcs that we find. I will not assist with the undead.
You're not helping me now.
Well, I dare say you would not have found these orcs if it was not for my tracking skills. Surely that must be worth something.
The 2 heads you brought in already.
I already got paid for those. I didn't have to come
Well-
back here.
Service is rendered.
I see. Very well. I
did
think
you
I
get
shall
hired,
head
Shadow?
back to town and leave you to it. Good luck.
You're going
Why
to
the
travel
Shadow?
through this forest all alone? Okay.
Yes.
You'll
Why
be
do
dead
I
by
call you the
dawn.
Shadow? Why?
I will quite
Why?
Arya,
easily
shut up.
find my way back.
You'll be dead by dawn.
Curious. Come on.
You do realize that, right? Traveling alone when the undead is afoot? That town, that whatever the hell Dunsford, has been plagued by much worse than orcs. It's been plagued by undead in the town that you're going to walk back to alone.
Oh, I have no intention of going back into Dunford.
A man died just outside the forest edge of the graveyard just the other night. Piper and I were there.
Well,
It's true.
I will take my chances with my ability to hide and stealth versus the option of going headlong into battle with these creatures. You are certainly going to find them. I, hopefully, will not. But I do wish you well.
I just look back at Piper. Thanks, Piper. Your funeral, sir.
Well, Actually, I think it's more likely to be yours, I'm afraid, good sir.
We've survived worse.
As have I. Well, good day, and may fate and fortune smile upon you. After all, you've already gotten a free ride off of my tracking skills, a few decapitations of heads, and you're already handsomely paid.
Alright, I'm gonna go...
Thanks for that!
Piper, did you loot this head already?
Yeah, she's
no,
already
yeah,
cut off.
I'm
She's pretty much
making my
lopped
way
all the
around.
heads off.
Okay, I want to take one of your heads. I want to take one of your heads, Piper, and just throw it at him. Can I do that, please?
Take the human head, not the orc heads.
No, he needs an orc head. Give me an orc head.
Oh, here.
He's Veslar. This is Veslar's like. Here, have the scraps off of our table.
I'm gonna...
Dude,
yeah.
thanks for resubbing. Rollies for that guy.
I'm gonna throw it at the guy.
Dude, thanks.
Just so you know.
All right. He kind of stops.
Oh, Jesus.
And
Very bad.
watches it kind of bounce and roll away from him. He runs over and picks it up. He says, "Thank you."
Jesus. My rolls. Bad omens going on right here.
Seeing as you have kindly at least given me this, I think this is fair payment for my tracking skills. I will refrain from mentioning to the magistrate that all the orcs were already deceased.
If you want, you can tell him that there's an undead plague happening in his town, probably by the work of a necromancer.
No, I shall mention no such thing, because then they may look to me to help, and I have no interest in doing so. I will throw him the one head, tell him that we parted ways, I found this orc, and dispatched him, and then this way you can hopefully return and get your reward. Otherwise, I will have to explain to him, well, we come across all the orcs, they're already dead, and then none of us are going to get paid.
Fair enough.
I will say that if you had not given me this, I think I may have been inclined to do just that. But you seem to be fair, therefore I will be quiet.
Good luck, sir.
And to you, farewell! And
Bye!
he disappears into the forest, and amazingly enough, after no more than about 5 or 6 seconds, you can't see him. Maybe he is more stealthy than he appears to be.
I just look at Piper and I say, pompous ass.
Pretty much.
So, what do you wish to do?
Upon my body beheading, did I find anything fun and interesting?
Well, I mean, you found a varying arrangement of rough, rudimentary weapons, falchions, shields, and we have another donation. Thank you for that.
Ooh.
Milk, thank you.
Thank you, Mel.
milk.
Very kind of you. We will thank you properly in just a few moments. But most of the other stuff, the orcs have little to nothing in the way of gold. All the crates are just mostly broken open, and looks like it was all stuff that they have long since ransacked, stolen, or anything like that. About the only thing of value that you managed to find is a grand total of 18 silver pieces.
Ooh.
The zombies pickpocketed them before they killed them, though. Alright, so here you are surrounded by this stench. It's open air, but the handful of corpses that are long since rotted don't smell too fresh.
Alright, time to do some dirty work. I'm going to start grabbing all the bodies and rolling them into, I guess this is a fire pit, right?
It could be, yep.
Yeah, I'm making it a fire pit. I'm
Are
not
you
asking for
grab
help.
firewood with me?
No,
So you're going to put all the bodies in a heap on that fire pit?
that's my plan, yeah.
Alright.
That'll gain plenty of attention.
Go away.
Purge by fire.
Be careful, Veslar.
God, I work so efficiently. Look at me.
Look at you go,
That's so
Veslar.
amazing. What are these? Are these plants anything uncommon, or are they just standard fare?
Mostly they're ferns and stuff like that.
So they smoke a lot. So I'm gonna put them onto maybe some wood from these crates. You know,
Okay.
I'm gonna make it a workable fire. Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, it takes you probably the best part of about an hour to slump all the bodies in a big pile, stuff enough wood underneath them and on top, and create a nice pyramid, and get a good flame going. But within about an hour and a half, burn, burn, crackle, crackle, away they go. There you go. Marshmallows, anyone?
Ooh, I have some in my pack. No, just kidding, I don't.
I'm just gonna look off into this blood trail distance and see if there's anything noticeable.
Trees. Lots and lots of trees.
I look back at Piper and I just say, I think we gotta go this way.
Okay. What time of day is it?
It's kind of mid-afternoon.
Okay.
So here in the clearing, it's still fairly light. Looking into the trees, it's starting to get a little darker.
We have torches with us, right?
Yeah, we do.
You do. If you don't, there's plenty of wood and old bits of crate and planks and cloth that you can quite easily make probably at least half a dozen.
You know
I
what?
have a
Let's
la-
do
I have
that
a lantern
anyways.
as well. Yeah, so.
Let's do that anyways. Let's get some. I'm assuming we'll probably eat here, and let's make haste. Air. I'm sure the smell in the air made the food taste extra good.
Eating it
but
like
yeah.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
I think we should make haste, guys. Ari, are you doing okay?
I'm fine.
All right.
She sounds so sad.
Poor Ari. Love you, Ari.
Alrighty.
We're gonna press on.
Okay. You're gonna try to follow the blood trail.
Yes.
All right. Once it kind of gets out of the clearing and into the forest, it becomes almost impossible to see. Without your skill of tracking, following the blood trail forward from here is probably going to be an extremely difficult task.
I'm here to help. I can track. Let me at the front.
All right, Ari. Which way?
This many!
I shall use my tracking feet.
So yeah, you're basically, with tracking feet, you are making a survival skill check. Using survival skill to track.
All right, come on. 20.
Let me look.
A 1.
Woohoo!
It looks
Oh
like...
my god.
Oh, wow. I didn't know we were following the trail. That's new to me. Okay.
Okay. As you kind of look and begin to scurry around, looking through the leaves, it's very clear to you that something must have disturbed this, because there's no blood trail here. Maybe whatever it was just got picked up and disappeared. Who knows? But there's no trail for you to follow, at least not one that you can keep up with.
Just keep on keeping on, right? I mean,
All right.
Alright, so you guys want to just kind of like amble through the forest?
Sure, let's do it. We gotta go
let's
somewhere.
amble. What's to our north? I mean, is it still the rock face or the hill or whatever? Or
Yes, but it kind of, after about 300 or 400 feet, it's kind of like gone back to grass and stuff like that. So it's like a grassy hillside that goes up.
you want to just go up the hill?
I mean, typically having higher ground would help you to see more, but with the number of trees and stuff that you're going to be looking through, probably not much. Rusty Flint, thank you for the follow.
I don't think it makes a difference no matter what we do, so I just turn to Arya and say, pick a direction and let's just go.
Arya should just lie and say, it's this way!
Yeah, Arya, do you actually
very
tell
well
us that you
could.
fail? Or that you can't follow the trail? Or are you...
No, I'm just kind of going.
Well, we're just following you. Alright.
So Arya aimlessly wanders off, following the closest and prettiest butterfly, unbeknown to you.
Basically.
You think she's following a blood trail.
Yep, probably.
Yeah. Goddamn sister.
All right,
She's amazing.
that's one word for it. All
Who's
right.
gonna argue?
That's right,
Huh?
it is.
Huh?
So there we go. Okay, you keep wandering through the forest. Arya, periodically you see some really pleasant fauna, some cute little animals, some very colorful moths and stuff like that, which you kind of, I'm sure stop and take note of.
Can I do a spot check to see if I catch on that she doesn't know where she's going?
Sense motive?
I
Or
think,
would it be a sense
I think
motive?
sense motive is more applicable. I would say a
Well,
sense
they're
motive of
equally bad.
14 or higher.
They're equally bad, so.
You have suspicions, but every now and again she kind of stops and like messes with the ground. You know, when she sees a particularly
So she
pretty
pulls-
caterpillar. But you're not aware of that, so you're going along with it. After all, you've no clue where you're going.
Yep. Alright, cool.
All right,
Sounds
so
about
Arya
right.
continues heading off into the dark. It is beginning to get darker and darker. Even if Arya could track, it's very unlikely she could do so in this much darkness. Do you wish to light anything, or are you guys going to stop here? What's your game plan?
How do we all feel?
Physically, I
time
mean,
to
you all
stop for the
feel
night.
fine.
Time to stop.
Ari's what?
It's time to stop.
Okay, I say we stop here.
Alright. I'm just flustered right now, sure. Whatever.
Mostly because I have no idea.
Wait, you have no idea?
Are you telling
You're
us that?
telling us that?
Yes.
What?
Yeah, I've kind of been lying. I have no idea where we are.
Whoa.
Yeah.
For how long have you been wandering aimlessly, Arya?
Oh, really just the start of all of it.
So that would be about 4 hours then.
Okay, so I want Arya to see the sheer disappointment on my face. Like, I'm just devastated at her saying
I'm
that.
sorry,
Like,
I just didn't want to disappoint you guys.
so we're lost.
I just wanted to be useful.
The New York City words that I want to say right now? Okay.
Ari,
Where's New York?
I'm gonna pull her up. I'm gonna kind of put my arm around her shoulder and look at her and say, "You are the most useful person we have in this party. You never
That's
have to
true.
feel ashamed."
I never do anything.
I'm gonna grab her. I'm gonna say, "Not true, Ari," and I'm gonna start telling stories of like glorious things that she's done, and say like basically like when we were lost and we had nowhere to go and we needed information. Who charmed the barkeep and got the information? You did.
I
When
did?
we couldn't find our way and we didn't know where to go, and you stopped the scared traveler
That was me.
and got
That
the
was me.
information. Who got us in? It was you. And I'm gonna pump her up like that.
I'm gonna
Really good
wander
about
off to a nearby tree and start hacking it. I'm just like, what the fuck, you son of-" I'm not listening to the pep speech, Piper, just so you know. I'm just like hacking at a
Frustrated.
tree.
Well, you know,
Remember
that is
house?
the perfect place for us to stop for our first break. The frustration is real.
Oh my god.
What is it that dealt most harm to our party this week? Was it the undead? No. Was it orcs? No. It was misery and depression.
It was wandering Arya.